studio, and this is Deanne, and we're gonna read the story. Well, I say we. I'm gonna read the story called "The Woman with Two Souls," Sasha and me. Enjoy. The water below rages like a living thing. I grip the cold stone railing as the wind howls in my ears. My breath comes in sharp, uneven bursts, fogging the night air. Tears stream down my face, carried away almost as quickly as they fall. The bridge trembles beneath my boots. The river churns violently, swallowing moonlight in its dark, twisting currents. One step. This is all it would take. My fingers tighten. The wind tugs at my hair and my face, whipping it across, stinging my skin. I welcome the sting. It's better than the ache in my chest. Sasha is shouting at me. "Stop, Valeria, stop!" But I close my eyes. I am so tired of the voice, tired of the memories, tired of the silence that follows the loss. The wind screams louder, as if the night itself urges me forward. I inhale sharply, and the memories come. Sasha often tells me about the first day Sophia and I met. Not the day Sasha came to me. She was always there, already part of me, already whispering in the quiet corners of my mind before I even had words. Sasha says I sat up stiff and terrified while the little princess wailed endlessly. Then they placed her in my lap. Her face was smashed and pink, her tears shining in the sunlight. But the moment her eyes met mine, she fell silent. The whole room froze. Then she smiled. Then she laughed. That was the moment they decided I would be her playmate. I was only a year old, but already marketed. The white star on my scalp, the streak of my pale hair, the strange eyes that made scholars whisper. I didn't understand any of them. I only remember the warmth and the weight of the princess in my lap, and Sasha mumbling in the back of my mind, curious about this tiny human who had stopped crying just to stare at us. I was the daughter of a maid and an equerry. My father, Matevy Volkov, earned special favor from Tsar Rurik Rachmanov for his work in the royal horses. As for me, my favor was subjective. I was born with piebaldism, a white star on my scalp and a streak of white hair that never darkened. My eyes were strange still, swirling with color scholars compared to illustrations of the cosmos. Word spread quickly. The Tsarist Taisye summoned scholars, counselors, mystics. Some thought I was a blessing, others whispered of curses. For years, I was brought before visitors to be inspected like a rare artifact. Yet, for all this scrutiny, I was treated with courtesy. My strangeness earned me an education far beyond my station. My brother, Vladimir, became a stable hand. I became a curiosity of the court, a royal bard. My storytelling began with the Princess Sophia, who was like a little sister to me. Then Prince Sergei wanted to hear my tales. Then the Tsaress herself. Soon nobles gathered to listen to my stories of another world, Sasha's world. A world destroyed, is people trapped in a dream realm. I spoke of Rudmat, tricked 45,000 years ago, some escaping into the fifth dimension, their bodies soulless, some going mad, and Sasha, lost, drifting, ending up here inside me. Though through her I can see her world as clearly as my own. As I grow older, scholars confirm details that I never read or heard. Places, events, names. How could a maid's daughter invent such things? I didn't. Everything I knew came from Sasha. Sophia and I remained close until she was 15 and I 16. Then she was drawn away. Tutors, foreign travel, preparation to rule. Years passed. When she returned, she renounced Sasha and dismissed my stories as childhood fantasies. She avoided my eyes. Our friendship withered into awkward silence. I tried to win her back. I learned the Caucasian sword dance. I performed for the court, but nothing softened her. Her eyes, in them I was a liar. Eventually, I left the palace. The Tsaress granted me permission, still fond of me. I travel from tavern to tavern, telling such stories. My noble posture confused people. Half respected me, half resented me. I learned to blend in. My silks became costumes. My manners became an act, and it worked. At 25, I met Luka Kostov, a merchant with several prosperous trades. Our meeting felt like a gift from the gods. We married in a grand ceremony. Within 2 years, I bore a son, Matevi, with my father's blue eyes and Luka's dark hair. Sasha was relentless during those years, always pushing for her stories to be told, always insisting someone might help her people. But I wanted to focus on the living, my husband, my child. When Matevi was 3, Luka and I traveled to the palace so my parents could meet him. I imagined my mother's smile, my father's pride, even the Tsaress holding my boy. I imagined Sophia seeing him and rekindling our friendship. But Matevi fell ill on the journey. A fever at first, then cold hands, shallow breaths. By the time we reached the palace gates, panic had consumed us. "Fetch the priest! Fetch the healer!" Luka shouted. I held Matevi tight, his face pale and rigid. "Luka," I whispered, "stay with us, son, stay with us." The palace doors swung open. Servants rushed to us. But before they could reach us, Matevi's body, it went still. Luca froze. I felt it too. We stared at our son, unable to breathe, unable to make sense of the situation. Then Luca made a sound I never heard any man, raw, broken, animal. I clutched Matavi tighter. No, no, no. The world went silent. I remember falling. I remember darkness. I woke hours later. In my old room, Luca sat beside me, hollow eyes, aged by grief. We didn't speak. There was nothing to say. My parents were solemn, older than I remembered. The visit was short. Too much pain. Sophia, Matavi, everything. I lied when I said I would return soon. I knew I would not. The journey home was worse. Sasha tried to comfort me. I snapped at her. I snapped at Luca. He finally broke, calling me mad, demanding a divorce. In that moment, I wish I could rip Sasha out of my skull. I blamed her for everything. I left that city heartbroken and furious. Over time, I wrote letters to my parents, my brother, even the stars. And so I hated Sasha. I began to tell her stories again. I needed the income. It seemed my fate was to be her vessel, to be her chronological, forever alone. I still love Luca. I always will. I still miss my son. I still miss Sophia. I miss the life I had with Luca and Matavi. I'm too old for this wandering existence, but I don't know what else to do. I never asked for another soul to share my mind. I never volunteered. This fate was thrust upon me. Sasha was sometimes a blessing, but more often a burden. I was born with her. I will die with her. And tonight, I want to die. I must be brave. I must, in this, there, I hear a strange, faint voice cutting through the storm. I try to push it from my mind, but it persists. Thank you for listening to the story by Deanne Kellogg, The Woman with Two Souls, Sasha and Me, read by Deanne Kellogg. And until next time, bye.